the round, so he's still got that, but it's going to be a gunfight instead.
Yeah, just straight up. I mean, just dry into it, no kit being utilized. Again, want to face with the bodies.
And to be honest, I think that favors Loud. Yeah, they've lost the breach, but no smokes if they decide to go over and commit to B. And Loud are re-exploring down mid as well. Gen.G and Sewers.
Massive proactivity being caught here by Sadak, but, well, Gen.G left to do so much more there. Just the one before the trade comes through, but the B site now opened up entirely for them. Will be that plan. Sassy's out wide into the open. Could have been danger there, but the nade, I guess, staves it away. And a call is made to try and fight into the spawn. Zelsis. Snakebite now being held, but he's got 3 targets to deal with. Luckily, Zella. Okay, Zekin right there. Vulnerable. Will he be able to get the damage? Of course he will. Followed up in the end with the... Out wide here for that ramp control early. Now setting their sights out into the A. Sadak! Anchor in position. Tucked nice and tight and safe and really just buying time for the rest of his team. Where are the reinforcements? It was a molly into the smoke and, well, damage has been done. Vulnerable up. Sets it up for an easy one for Zelsis. 3 versus 3.
Bit of a blunder there for Loud, offering Sen another opportunity to get back into it. Not planted for Heaven.
Spike planted.
Oh, and the pick goes down to... Now, Sassy is pretty far away, but I think... Yeah, I mean, look at the way that Loud are clearing this. They're expecting a reflank back up.
Holding. Usually going to be the bread and butter of a team like Sentinels, just trying to fight, scale for it. That paranoia, the timing on it. It's immaculate as soon as the nade comes through. Yep, just hearing it and tucked to the corner. Sassy removed. Taken out now, just 2 will stand, and it could be just a bit of random spray, a bit of random spam that saves the day for them. Celsius traded, pit going down. Tens, 1v1. Doesn't really have to gun for it as a bulldog, but will it be all bark or all bite? Tends to be the last. Slowing it down, but really time is going to be the worst enemy. It's a team flash. Gen.G there, close to the corner, cut to wide. Satchel's through and over the top. Cabazine still anchoring. Tucked tight to the corner. Sassy planting the balls on the man to go for that one out wide for a Heaven plant. The wraparound, now Zelsis becomes a key player in the game.
He's managed to pick up his orb and reposition it too, so he's got more control over towards Heaven. So he's set to try to blind somebody playing elbow. Tens is already repositioned up top.
No follow-up off of that flash at all. Cabazine with the stun finally now to try and at least attempt that reclear, but you're going to have to be giving this one up. They don't have positioning at all. Zelsis is backed away, playing a really passive position. 10 spots it, backs away, not favored for that fight. And they've won out the at least critical ones. Now, no mollies for Zelsis.
Les is holding it.
Les is holding for it.
Away from the rest of the squad, just trying to find the timing for a late lurk. He might be too late.
There's a kill. Here's a showstopper. Finally online. Rocket round towards the back. Sassy is dropped like a fly. Tens has to do the most now. He stands his ground and wins his one out. Kawazine falling out. Sadak, though, looked into the position to molly to push him out of position. Zekin.
Zelsis is here.
Finally. Arriving to the party, though, util in his hand. Sadak adjusts it and watching for it. Tens now 1v2. The double face is there. Terrific together. Hopefully now to clear through into the bit. They've got this late lurk. The flank from Sassy. And yet he's caused all the distraction in the world. Gets out with his life. Close to the corner. Cut him up. Still Gen.G. Quality tactics, quality time now with the whole family as he's sat back into the spectator. CQCK forward. Now leading it with the team, but it's already wrapped around, so they got to expect the Sassy's there. No, it's a half clearance. Not enough. 2 years TP adjustment. He's on that high ground position, just propped up, but Les now needs to get more done, and he can't do it. It's going to come down to just a bit of spray and pray, but already time ticking, so 2 years, no chance in hell.
And it's another situation, Bren, where Loud cannot get any level of economic cushionary going. Spirits back up.
Hopefully have that experience in spades. Oh my, showstopper. Let loose there. There is the trade online from Kawazine. He followed up with the stun at least, but this high ground angle of Tens drops down, gives him the cues. Kawazine just taking a wide peek by himself, man. Taking a fight by himself. Yeah, there's backup there, but heads have fallen, heads have rolled, and now maybe exactly what Loud ordered.
Yeah, player advantage situation, looking lovely for them. One away from a showstopper too. Sen, they're going to be able to get a plant down here. They're pretty certain that A is completely clear. They saw so many people fighting over mid. But this one is going to be tough, and Loud cannot afford to throw it away.
Yeah, just watching for it. Look at that. Loud. Great awareness, knowing that Sen are going to have to be playing a bit more proactively, making the moves into the post-plan situation. Sassy is the lone survivor. Gets shut down by his... Got themselves a freebie there. Can now utilize this. Holds forwards. The rookie goes wide. QCK. And now no Valley to be found there. Out wide once more. Still QCK's on a swivel. Molly's vulnerable him up. Pushed him out into the open. The easy collection of the kill. Now there's 45 seconds left, chances to slow this one down, but it looks like Sen have no intention of it. Forward positions once more. Kawazin drops down from the ropes here, spraying down, but Tuyes is disjointed on the rest of his team. Kawazin out wide, the reset, rolling thunder, lifts him up in the air, sky high, and then one player standing towards the back as a crossfire setup, but the aftershock is elite. Kawazin on for so much more. An ace on the cards, less to stick. This one comes down to the spam, but John is stunned. A tap, he's going to be out wide, he's going to be forced wide, knows it. Info gathered now, but another stick now. Less finally, the trust maintained in his teammate, maintained in him, might be punished. The tap, out, force with a jiggle. John QT, balls of steel!
Got some people really far away
Fast
from the action.
Real fast refight, the stun. There's no connection there, so Les is able to just skip and hop away, but John QT is just this watchful eye onto it. There's a gap into the smoke. Maybe a bit unintentional there, maybe just a bit rushed from Tuyes.
Sen are also expecting there to be more players on site right now. They're like, okay, well, where are the other two players for Loud? They lost track a little bit of where Kawazin and Tuyes could be, and now they've lost a lot of map info too. There are still chances here for the Loud players to turn things around, but this silent jump spot, not going to be punished.
Comes down to a couple of obstacles, really.
And look at the rest of Sen. Tripled up, re-clearing areas of the map, trying to regain some information, making sure that they don't offer any 1v1s.
Yeah, methodical.
30 seconds.
You know the win conditions of Loud right now. Playing against it, slowly creeping forwards, making sure to regain some of that map control. No kill found onto Kawazin. Less a chance, really, for him to bite back and fight back. Here it is. Return of the fire, 10s from the wraparound. Tuyes running all the way through, he knows the time's against him, so pissed around. Reface, Elsis, that is incredibly brave. Well, second following through with the bullets as well as Stinger, that's just a wide bit of a gap there still.
Here.
Sentinel's fully aware of all potential possibilities right now. Sadak has been pushed forwards into this deep angle and approach. That trip broken, there was a chance of a timing.
Sassy's going to re-explore. He's very favoured in a fight against Tuyes unless Tuyes gets the jump on him.
No way, just the ghost doing work!
That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's got the one pick, but there's no real follow-up there with the players. I mean, they can't really react appropriately. Sends the util flying.
It's pulling Zelsis over. It is making the A site weaker here.
Second and John QT, though. Cam back online. It's going to be spotting the crossover.
30 seconds left.
There it is.
Camera taken out.
Going to be calling out now that they could have been compromised towards spawn, but now time running against them. Loud, get a move on. Cages propped up, pushed up. Behind it, John QT can't follow through after that trip. There's a smoke in his face. It does make it quite dangerous, quite difficult. Still, it's a bit of run and gun in action. Only a few seconds remaining. Pull out the sidearm. Why not? And it gets the job done.
To be, even if Loud were to win them, very hotly contested. It's not like Loud have a map themselves that they are guaranteed to dominate on.
No, they've got a Sisyphus-level fight ahead of them, honestly. Uphill battle. Icebox, both of these teams quite favoured on their attack side. Sunset, I would give the edge to Sentinels.
Yeah.
So even if you do win on that second map to extend the series, it looks dire still. Anything can happen. Team like Loud, being around the block, they might be down and out right now, but they have that experience to maybe rally themselves here. They need a few more, though. Openings not going to be given to them. Defensive setup for Sentinels just a little bit too strong, too well honed.
Yeah, everything looks... They've crossed every T, dotted every I. You heard John talk about it too when he said the devil's in the details, right? What makes a team excellent is not just the macro, not just the shooting, but it's all the small things, the little interplays between. Dominate with the same scoreline that they did.
Flash rifle, bloody hell, that's a lot of damage in the retreat. Covered and watched for. Celsius just swinging wide, a bit of run and gun in the reaction. Called now from Loud. Into the site, will they be able to get the plant down? Looks like they will do so. Too much pushback.
There isn't very much retake utility here for Sen. Normally their retakes are amazing, but there's really only a boombot to work with.
Waiting for the right timings. I mean, the smoke up. 1 second here for 10's. Going to be using it probably to block off one of the angles. Just jiggling for now. There it is, actually dividing up the site. Paranoia flying with the fault line. Time. Starting to tick. A crucial kill. Zelsis falling on top heaven. TP forwards. Backside control, at least partitioning in it and trying to take it wide. Still with that util online. The aftershock does push him away. A time from Gen.G, but forcing the fights out into the open. The snake bites, plenty of util here. So Loud, really well played into it. We'll mention it a few times.
Look at the timing there. Just beautiful. Great read that Les was going to go for an aggro lurk.
Les dropped. I mean, this is your star player. This is a guy you're expecting to put up massive numbers, who's going to offset that mechanical advantage that a team like Sentinels might have with players like Second, like Tens. The desk was talking about it. When he's shut down here, your chances begin to dwindle. Trip in their face. There's no protocols at all to really deal with that one. Should have known it was there, surely, if they were walking all the way up. TP forwards, it is just being toppled and crumbled. All the opportunities in this round here for Loud. QCK with the nade does get the one onto Zelsis.
I mean, this spike is down in such an open position, though. It sends to close out.
And Sadak, it's inevitable, yeah, the double face in the air. That is one of the most
worked on this map as much as some of the others in their pool. And if they've used this time accurately, then maybe they can come out with another incredible map win. That's not going to help. Sassy going down there at the start of the round. You know, he's a really important piece of the puzzle in terms of getting the plants down.
It's a massive one with less for that early face, that early peak.
And Loud expect this to be a re-hit. And they won't really know otherwise until the alarm bot takes contact. And at that point, it's kind of too late. Sadak doesn't have nanoswarms to deny. So just gambling the wrong way here.
Sadak, flash through, he's playing anti. Where's the follow-up? There is none. Just rips away two of them. Frenzy in his hands. A backside position being played here. Dash fading away, but Second still standing his ground that he's earned himself. Dart dodged. Another play being set up as well. Tens with a pop flash into the peak. It allows Second to recross back, playing together now, but they've got 4 players to deal with. Make it 3. Can't let this one slip now, Loud. Shot dart. It's good for the damage. Tens going to be forced out wide. Tens! Tens! You can't be getting away with this, son! Surely not needs. Doesn't even matter. Now here for Sassy. Util a little bit delayed. So yep, it's down. Close to the quarters. Down underneath rafters. Kawazine wins his one out versus Second. Still, gets to the position for it. And Tens is starting to use his ult now for this. Making sure that they can't use any of that post-plant util. Keen and eager to take the fights. He's ripped Kawazine's head clean off. Over the top of the ropes, this is a real dangerous situation. Scenario flash, peek from the rest of his team, sets them up, but no real casualties. Now QCK finally, abilities back online. Dash, backing away, gets the one. Needs to clear the corner here, but he's just really struggling, waiting out wide here. Having a defuse from Sadak, pushed back and away, and a wide tip tap. Here we go. Coming through there, Dizzy firing a blind shot off, but it actually didn't trigger onto Les. Nano Swarm.
That's so much damage.
My God, yeah. Tens lucky to be alive, facing top rafters Sadak. Taken out cleanly. Now Tens is going to be playing a 4 position here because he is so low. Might be able to get a 1 and done.
And Sassy, with that ult plant, Wingman got the Thrash online.
Need somebody to break that dart for him though, and there wasn't anybody really waiting available, but still, like you said, the Thrash is now online. Sassy lets it loose, the movement, clean, jiggling with it. Entertainment, not quite online here. Now a bit of pace injected back into the thing. See it Loud, using that util. All available for them, but it's a crossfire setup of Sentinels, and they punish that swing and wide face out. Great with the movement and patience with the aim. Cooling down the weaponry enough to take out QCK. Over on the top of the rope, Zelsis, he's hungry for this kill. He's hungry for it. Building up towards it, but okay, Les just a better player on the day.
But a sad situation for him.
Weak money here, QCK, 3K in the bank. Looks like he's trying to save the operator, but for now the Sheriff will have to do, and it will. Sassy. Dusted, taken the hell out. Deep Knife clears yellow, but really, they've got nothing to try and cross and take control of B main here. Just putting that emphasis here towards this section. Vacuuming up the orbs. To defend this gun as well.
Loud are looking for information. Sen have been mixing up whether they rotate, whether they re-hit, and you can see Loud here just trying to figure out, is it correct to stack onto B? QCK looking to explore through mid. They think it's a re-hit. They're keeping players on this site.
Might be some serious danger here. I mean, 2 years just holding onto the high tide's wall. there. Flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly the position that was coming from, so Kawasi didn't really stand a chance up with the armor. Draft dashing away. Second survives. Flank attempt from QCK. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? Tens is watching, but
Tens was watching.
they're going to get distracted.
They are distracted now. Their pressure really being applied. It's less here, and QCK for the cleanup. John QT is there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now. Diffuse online for 2 years. It's not going to be pushed away from this one. There's no more utility left available for them. So a thrift into somebody.
I think they've got all the info they need, though.
Yeah, they have. With QCK pushed up deep like this, and look at it, you can just tell from the stack. Already protocols in play. Molly forward, Zekin just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud with all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. Has to back his way to safety here. Fast flank of QCK. Might be causing some issues a little bit later into things. Now he's going to be notifying his presence, at least with the removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. Don't know if they could have took a glimpse of that one. Still 10 HP. Leave it just to Zelsis. Kova. There's no real chances here. There's no real chances. Maybe is his bodyguard. Doesn't Sentinels over.
Has a wallbang angle here.
Yeah, it's a wallbang angle with a pit drop down on top of it. Lockdown though should push him out of position. For potentially it to clear, but Les might just go down with a ship. He might just opt to getting detained. QCK gets wrapped all the way behind him, and yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays up, but he's spammed onto the top Rattler's position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here onto the flanks. Elsis cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilized to try and push at these players from Loud into these forward positions. And they have managed to even it up ever so slightly, but still a player disadvantage. Molly, we're waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now. Dizzy on top of it with the Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels. How players realize it. They're the ones who have to make the moves forwards. Kawazine in 2 years. Only creeping forwards with this lead here.
Yeah, look at how mobile they are with QCK's positioning. He gets another one. That's excellent.
Yeah, okay.
They played him over towards A. Last round he walked down Tube. This time he's over towards B. So difficult to predict.
Middle though with an ult command. Plant. Oh, hello. Counter spam. Kawazine dropped. Still have to worry about this operator.
That was actually through mid.
No way! He skewered them! Ten's dropped to his knees. There's no chance in hell he's being picked up. And now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these Loud boys to really get into the action. Auxiliaries are here. Wide face by Zelsis. Traded though. Dropped down. And John QT again isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him. The reload surely going to be heard. And yes, Les is very quick onto the mid.
With a flash. Actually not in the right spot.
Really deep flash now. I mean, Les decided to take the re-peek. Dizzy shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekin wins it out though. Molly's dealt with. Accounted for. Now you're going to see it. The Reckoning pressing forwards with the advantage that they've got. Loud, not giving up any space. They want to take it right back away from them. And already you can see it, that deep position. The weaker guns and weaponry still. Maybe Sen could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time though, Thrash taking that first contact. Zelsis winning that fight. The adjustment and snap to the side. And retaking now with this operator just becomes a dire situation. And Zelsis is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP. Because why not? He can do it. Not planted for Sassy. Tapping. Sadak over and around. Spotted. 1. Sassy dropped. Sadak now, but time surely working against in the jump spot. The jiggle. John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through. That is immaculately
here. Kind of blocked by the wall though.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be any swings coming out for here. Sassy needs to get one, but yeah, like I said, no trade in sight. Second dash activated.
Yeah, that's just wasted. And he was expecting more pace towards that. Sadak's called that pause in the round.
And holding for a repush.
Yeah, I mean, Zekin's already re-cleared this area once in the round. Loud are ready for it.
Zekin's now going to be pushing to this one and done angle. Now that the dash that we talking about prior is gone. Loud, what do they have to clear this one? Bodies might do it. Surely, Ghost moment, not getting away with too much more still. 1 for 1. Drop down, Zelsis. Taking up space back towards the backside of Yellow. Might need some supportive util though, and Tens is the one holding it. So, flash, repeat, timing, needs it now, needs help right now, and he's got it. The follow through from the rest of them. Those reinforcements, jump, spot, and peek. Les, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. It's the only way. He goes down to it. And it leaves it just up to Les. 1 versus 1. Viper versus Viper.
They should know that Les is this week.
Should have been cool.
This Sentinels Classic could do work here.
Time to put it to the test. A lot to clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side. Contacting, spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it out on the right-click business.
After winning the round.
That needs to be dealt with here. What a snap to the side. QCK deleted off the face of the map. But it's responded in kind here. Sadak, but cheeky there with the peaks over the top here. Just trying to play on top of 410. Drops down the Nana Swarms, making sure that nobody can play forwards. He does have the spike. Let's get his plan down.
A little bit of damage done, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Love that cove too. You can plant in a number of positions where it's very helpful. And Lauda looking to try to play a little further forwards than we saw from the post plants of Sentinels. You know, fighting on top of 410 with 2Es ready to swing. They've got 2 layers to this, really.
Oh, deactivated. Nice cooldown. A lot of util offloaded from Sen just to try and clear that back of the side. But again, time is of the essence, and with the Nanoswarm deaded already, it's running out wildly. It's not a luxury they have whatsoever. No one's even forcing a tap onto the spike here. There's a gap into the wall. Tens out wide and open. Man, this is just madness. Sadak, what are you getting away with?
Shooting fish in a barrel. You can see Sen had no idea there that Sadak could see.
To get himself out of there. Reckoning now will clear the way through for the rest of Loud to follow. All the way through. Stuns. Not really being respected. I mean, Zekin is just trying to really get the most out of it there, and he is finally punished. So, no command. Fast, off the rip, pushing forwards. Are they going to expect this? QCK is already behind the man. Already behind him, playing up with the rest of his team. And 3 players fall just like that, dropped to the ground, to your knees, if you are Tens in this case, and Celsius, poor Celsius. 1v4, last one left. Decision being made for him, really. Has to be the save, just has to do some exit damage, but even economical damage doesn't do that much.
Player standing.
No, it doesn't. I mean, Lauda building up a nice economy. They've got a great game plan, and Sen are not playing disruptively enough. Lauda just getting to play their own tempo, their pace. They could never really get a grapple on that on split. They were always trying to force fights in mid, and Sen were never letting them. That time, the patience and the slow play really rewarded Sen. Oh, there's no one here.
Look at this guy, look at the position. You practically expect him to be a defender with this spot.
30 seconds
Forwards
left.
though with the smoke. Celsius can't adjust it. Can't snap to it. QCK drops him. And this is real chaos and pandemonium being strewn into the round. You don't expect this. Patience played all the way through. Thrash out wide. And they're just shooting bullets. It's easy targets all about. Boundless right now for Les. The rest of his crew.
10 seconds left.
The free plants.
Spike planted.
And there's nothing you can do. Not with the retake to the operator.
Yeah, not unless Zekin's able to get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinel's perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. So I certainly don't think the round was game planned like that, right? It looked like it was intended to be an A fake that you end up hitting B. But the audible call, as Sadak just realized that he had all the space in the world.
I can't believe it. I mean, how did he get himself up there?
Yeah, I mean, he just wandered in.
Top left rafters.
He wandered in, takes the rope, jumps onto rafters.
Yeah.
He's got a great spot. But also, Sen unaware that a lurker could have taken that positioning, right? Tens walks through, Sassy's using Thrash. They don't think about this round. He's got the operator over on A.
Clear. Just with the dizzy. There's really nothing else behind it. No flash re-clear. Just the one bit of util. It was broken almost immediately with the slowed down approach, John.
Yeah, at least they're trying to find the timings to go for that kind of thing, but just throwing the single dizzy, it doesn't have the same impact. It's worse than a single flash from the KO, honestly. And Lauda just keeping all of this presence over towards B, and Zekin is still worried about a lurker on A.
There's that prior conditioning here with 40 seconds left. Plan's gonna have to go down at some point. Drone.
Throwing the nade line up so that they can still fight with the nade.
Hello, pop flash play, Tens. He's still alive here, got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire now. Feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide, dodge. The side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back, oh! What an adjustment! Flicks to the side, luckily 2 years still there, not a reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left, there's no plan online, there's stun. Here, up and away, updraft all around! And Sentinels can't adjust it. Time still just sees the shoulder, but has to finally back away. Doesn't want to get punished for that one, but the count to spam a tap from Sadak. Get himself into the cove, locked down.
Love that. Early timing on the lockdown stops Loud from setting up to break it. And it's also not positioned over towards screens. Yes, it doesn't go as deep, but Zelsis is going to make sure that there aren't people playing these aggressive post-plant positions.
Throws them out and away. They deal with the util, and how do they deal with these players? Zekken just wants to take up the straight up fight, attack. Baiting it out now, nade, a bit short and shy off the mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Lau, but again, anyone could win it. You just have to just rely on a bit of that RNG. Zek, tens, pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands, have on it, they don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now. And a tap with the rifle. Where are you going with 4 seconds left? Is this being held for? Yes. Look at that awareness. Jump spot, jiggle peek. Holy updraft dash, but he cannot escape it. Sadak was hot on the heels. Set to punish it. Deep dart now. Thrash being used just off the initial tap here, but doesn't really spot anything at all. In fact, no detainments because QCK, again, lurking up through. Spots it out with a nano swarms broken, both of them.
Celsius has the timing to try to disrupt this.
But Les gets dropped.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside gained. Plan for Sadak. Not going to be pushed away this time. Moshpit just a little bit too delayed and late. It's going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favored counter here with the retake of Sentinels. Jump spot just seeing, but he does back away. So now with the alarm bot, bit of spam, bit of spray. It's a pop flash play. Tens, man! He's taking it to him. Damage done though. Had the knife out. Wasn't expecting that follow-up, especially with 2 years there. But what can he really do in this spot? V3. Have to find one of the fights, and Zelsis isn't keen on giving him it. Now Sassy sticking, half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low face.
And set up a date with Gen.G.
Aggressive. Here it is. Adjustment not there in time. He just tried to flick to the side. It was actually Tens who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam. Updraft and away. Back in. Got to respect now with a reckoning.
It's incredible that Sen are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan. Not going to be pushed back. You got to think now. Loud. Again, surely set up for success. But I said that last time. It was Sen who ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder, round to the back. 2 years showing presence. A little jiggle and offset there with a movement, but not going to expect Kawazine. And he's still here, alive and kicking. Weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way through overtime on the cards. Showing presence there with the operator. He wants a second go at things. Sassy, not expecting it. The rest allowed, backing him up still. It's sprayed and messy. It's all over the bloody place. 2 left to stand here from Sentinels.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Zelsis to recover. Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Sadak. John, though, picking up that ult orb, 1 away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, it would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
Doubled up side by side, top rafters, 2 years. Important one to win was Zelsis dropping. John QT sends the nade, flying, the molly there. Just can't quite land the kill. He now has slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does, it's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one angle, but over the top of the ropes. Over towards B. That's no way. The spam.
Very
Nearly
close.
tagging him up, draft over the top. That's QCK. Wonderful punish onto the corner. Even more where that came from. As the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success. Set up for map 3. And you got to think it. It's inevitable on top of the ropes. How is he accurate there? Running and gunning, but Tens dealt with. Dropped. And a retake with the op. It's a fairy tale moment for Zekken, it will have to be, and he doesn't expect it. The wrap there. So here's the flash being sent flying, lucky to not die. Sadak running and wading away backwards, running and gunning.
That's
with the
wild.
frenzy. Only had 4 bullets left, and he still managed to land that shot. So play disadvantage here for Sentinels, get themselves the site. Will be the plant on top of it, but what is the call after the fact?
I'd have so much utility on rifle routes to be able to deny plants from going down. They don't have as much to work with here.
Barely missing. Flash. Pushing him away there. Paranoia was bad, yet still they face it with the guns. Now Sadek's all the way behind them. Dizzy. Tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around, but they have so much to deal with now. The push and the pull of these loud players, just too elite. Here, Boombot. Use the flash, all in conjunction. Now to Dizzy, all the way through Market. Nothing to really stand their ground, but Lex is still going to try and do it otherwise. ADS firing them down as well. The bullet tag's just slowing them ever so slightly. Enough for Sadek to get that one, but a plan. Now down here for Sen, no pushback from it, so they can start to play this post plan, but do they really want to do this? Just with the Stingers. It's like an awkward one to try and play into, especially when Kawazin has almost all of his util. A few more seconds left, and he will have the fault line, but there it is. Sends out the Aftershock, out wide, forces Celtics, no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sets them back up with a deep smoke after really forcing Loud to push forwards into this one. A tap onto it again. Stunned up inside the smoke, damage done. Kawazin still lives on 21 health. Defusing now, Sadek onto half. Has to be dealt with, has to be brought down. Sticking it through, and no damage, not enough. Does have to worry about one or two of the angles though. Being swung, but they're not going to expect it. Yeah, look at it.
No way.
Walking straight into it.
Leaning on his history as a duelist player there, Tuiz, and he's absolutely finessed that. Does he anticipate TenZ being up top though, inside the one-way?
Maybe a punish in sight here. 2 players left. Will the smoke fade in time? Still
This
waiting
is bizarre.
for it. It is bizarre as a flash. Repeat now out wide. What is that? Kawazin. He was leaping across. Paranoia. Tap from TenZ with the movement. Not enough bullets in the end. Still, QCK dropped back to 30 health. Now, he looks out back up. Could play into this one with the ult. Might even choose to do so. Makes a real difference here, but Sassy does have his ult back online. Picked up from Pryor, and here it is, the second round of things. Thrash, spawn, broken to pieces. Clear the close left corner, but still, who does want to just try and take a fight there. John QT tucked as well. A lot to clear in this spot, and just walking right over him, QCK. There is that tray with the pop flash now. In and out and through, but still with a util in his hands.
Risks from QCK and Kawazin.
You can hear it. TenZ lacking the info. He's jump spotting. He's punished for it.
I know exactly.
TenZ has cleared out the whole of elbow with his ult.
Or Theft as well will give that additional confirmation. Now the smoke's going to drop down, lay it down, will be the plant. Someone's getting themselves into it here with a player advantage. Now's the time to shine. Don't count Loud out too much just yet though. Grouped up together, nade. Ooh, it's a bit of a blunder. Can't swing into that one, it was anticipated for him. Paranoia in front of it, Sadek, he had to be the playmaker there, and he was not. Drop down, now a flash of their own. TenZ repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable, snake bite. Goodness me.
Everyone on Loud saving.
Yeah.
They just don't even want to get back into this. A blunder from Zelsis, sure, but TenZ then anticipated that they would try to follow up on that, sent the Paranoia through, and was able to isolate the duel onto Sadek. Sen have got enough players who understand the rhythm of the game and can make plays like that to try to
take start to come online for Loud.
Yeah, he's very isolated.
Very isolated. Smoke to play in, wants to try and get in and rule that angle over the top. Now a reflank from mid, but already it's traded equally.
The timing actually here from John looks fairly good.
Yeah, he has to potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to
He might
dissuade
catch
and
the
push them
Phoenix
back. Yeah, Paranoia's there, and he does catch it. QCK just alive no longer. Deep cam round the back, Louder left really scrambling, looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight! Force him to win! TenZ wins that! Get out of here! Still no tap onto it, the pressure's mounting, incredibly so. 2 years facing with all the kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much.
No! What a bonkers round!
Way through into mid as an aid, watched it. Zeltis still here. Gen.G though, they're just trying to dominate this one singular position. They do control A main. It's throwing a bit of chaos into the mix. In through the back of the side, just spots the elbow, and TenZ looking this way, that way, didn't know where the players were going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Could have been granted one extra, gets the one, backs out, 50 seconds in the round.
It always gets me listening to the Brazilian fans chanting against Sassy. It just seems so wrong. He's in a very difficult situation.
9 bullets, didn't opt to reload, didn't want to give away any sound cues.
If he finds a timing to separate individuals, maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant. Everyone on Loud is so grouped.
They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Also online here for Sadek, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals all. Sassy has to pull off an absolute miracle. 5 HP drop down, backing away. Now wide and sprayed them through. Sassy! He does have his own ult now. Run it back. Finally initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. Be seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills. And yep, Zelsis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one. Dizzy tagging away. Zekken spammed. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach. Aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order Util layered on top of each other, and they just cannot do anything. Scintillating, sizzling away, spraying them down. Onto that avenue of opportunity. They want to flood out now, facing with the bodies. Paranoia backing away. QCK!
Oh, that's unreal.
As blind as the fadeaway. Damage has been done definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it. Tucked close. There it is, straight to the chest. Brings him down. John can't do much, so Loud. Bonus round now to be cooked up for Loud. They've got plenty of danger in it. I mean, that ran it back earned. QCK, this guy is frying. I mean, he's 20 and 10 currently. In the top. Another score. At the top here, though. Tap and a face. That contact play style. Finally, punishment in place.
Yeah, but I mean, what a spray from Zelsis.
Yeah.
They're trying to punish the orb pick up there, and they both get sprayed down. Targeted the Paranoia onto a spot that TenZ is often liking to play, but it's second up there this time. In market. The trip not broken, though. They know it's fake market pressure. Yeah, this is a weird one.
No way.
Did they spot a hint of 2Es? Was there that question mark on the minimap?
Maybe.
Yeah, pinged out, I think.
Yep, it is. Leaning this way. Celsius. He is a low player, but he decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now, he's in a 1 and done. Dart has to be broken, and he's revealed his position now. This is problematic. Full usage. The util now. TenZ right behind them. Sent out the Paranoia. There is that swing, and that's a spike going to be dropped down. Most of his team nowhere near here. Les is the last one standing.
This flank from Sen has worked beautifully, but the Loud players barely reacted. I don't think they knew where that Paranoia was coming from. Has left Les in a 1v3, in a much worse position than Sassy was when he was able to get the plant down.
Yeah, I mean, 15 seconds left in the round. It's an impossible scenario.
10 seconds left.
And Les will just be trying to win this one while the rest of the team in silence scratches their head, wondering where it all went wrong here. That pick onto Zelsis puts Sassy
Instant turned and shucked at them. Out through market, flash over the way, ring around a Rosie. Zekken can't escape.
So now we get to see Loud in a post plan. We saw a lot of it from Sen. Here it comes.
Paranoia, yeah. Thrash as well. It's all being laid out on top of one another. Fast. Cover play. Shock into the corner was utilized a little bit earlier, but everybody tucked into main. Do have the orb for this one. Actually some mollies as well. We're going to see how the util just reigns supreme into it. Dizzy over the top. Anything to try and latch onto this spike and get the defusal started.
Is there time for the thrash?
I don't even know. I mean, listen, it's going to be 1 second left. He wants to use it, but again, somebody needs to get onto this one. Already detained. Into the side, into the corner. Where is the time pressure? Hello! Finally, wingman down, and the rifle's there. Has to be bodyguard duty! Spraying them all down! Wingman! He's been stopped in his tracks! Half tapped, Sassy, no more to room, no more to work with. Still there, right inside the smoke. I mean, they're setting up for a pop flash play here. Yep, they can hear it. Door being broken down. They want to try and fight Tooth and Nail for control of it. The nade down. How does Zekken get 2? That is ridiculous. QCK forced to bodyguard his own spot there. Reviving.
And it goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion. Sen have committed pretty heavily to the B side of the map. And so Loud have actually managed to find an opening here to go for a post plan.
30 seconds left.
The smoke was in the way at the top section of mid. Zekken might already be just close with the rocket, but no, has to respect it, wondering if they could be lurking in that potential avenue. So a free plant here. Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post plan too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from Sen, which is the main part of it. But obviously there's still danger with the Paranoia, with the Showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. Get around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. Tens is forwards, he wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still with a paranoia, now to Showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Gen clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand, spraying it through, guarding, blocking, all the bullets, second, sticking, and he's won the round for his team. Despite the heroics, still might be some danger.
Too late.
2 players spotted, 1 tagged up here. Shock darts now, and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around. Molly there. Oh, hello. Trip. Tens lit up entirely. Let's loose that paranoia, but that one way, less than ideal. That was John's.
Great crunch in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
Sen couldn't figure out how, which direction to go in, I guess. And Tui's is here ready to pick up Zelsis. All good.
Okay. All good.
And what?
Goal, Zelsis. Wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that re-pick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from Spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult, and Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner. Got a smoke in his back to try and help him out, and everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face, spraying through. It's all praying. But this time Loud. One's on top here. 5 alive. Gen.G might not be long for this world either.
Probably just going to save. I mean, look at the economy of Sen. It feels like Sen are in control, and yet you look, because they've died so many times while winning these rounds, they don't have an economic cushion to rely on.
Yeah.
So John keeping this weapon online, it does end up being really important.
He's commenting the entire time. You can see it in the scam.
Yeah, it's like a mini timeout for him, right?
Yeah.
To discuss what's going on. And really, the big difference that round is that Les just found an opening up through elbow. I'm not sure exactly how he's managed to find that read, that Sen had nobody playing there. Perhaps, even if people were playing there, he was happy to take the fights, just believing in himself. Does John save this?
He needs the rifle. And pull in the air, I mean, thick with tension. Tens. Tiniest of angles, tiniest of chances, but he gets it. Ulted up, stunned up, will be brought down in the end, so the trade is online here, and a call is made for Sen to scatter. Backing away, playing for the retake here. Sadak is going to go for the plan, but he's ended up just throwing it to the side. He's going to give it to QCK to get that run it back.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend, though.
Yeah, suppression fading. When is the time to strike? Here it is. QCK lets it rip, breaking the util. Dizzy. Oh! This play gets caught into the wall there. Unfortunate with it. Still watching, holding for the flash. Anti-positions played, spam into the box. But it does buy them critical time. Now running their way past this one. Are they going to anticipate? 2 years! Nails them to the back wall of Link. The upper second shot goes flying wide, smoke and disengaging, back and away. Zelsis seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running against them. The rifles have to sing true, they have to ring true, but it will not happen. Plant actually going down here, but any sort of util after shock breaks it. 12 seconds, time really against them. Snake bite drop down Loud. This is them with a chance to really gain some ground here. Swinging wide to punish. Kamazine, he understood it as a wing con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2 years, fake the TP back, and now they want to fight this one into the back of the site. Double face, no util Sentinels barreling through, finding their own timings. Gifted with it, spamming through. Sadak left in a 1v2.
And second making the wraparound to A-Link.
Sadak sticking this one half onto it, half onto the defuse. He's bought himself a little bit of time, a window potentially, but he just needs a kill, and he's not being given it. He's not being given it. No one will give him an easy one. And face together, it's Sentinels on third. Play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults, and the util has to be used now to clear it back through, but the spike's been dropped down, and time against them entirely. Pop flash play. Watch for 2 to stand. And 2 potentially to fall. 2 years and less together now, tapping it out, but there is no chance, there is no hope. Sentinels, inevitable.